Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Well, what have we here?
It's a podcast.
Fine.
And what excitement we have today.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Hi, everybody. Holiday week.
You must be excited, Mike.
I've had a Monday. Not a really bad Monday. I just have had a lot of issues I'm actually working on right now because I've had to rebot.
Mike, it's the holidays, though. This is a small price to pay for the amount of joy you feel in your heart.
Is God putting anything on your heart? Is God putting something on your heart? Well, that actually is a nice segue into our big news of the day because I think we should talk about it because I think it's quite special and we're quite excited about it. Isn't that quite interesting?
Isn't that something? How about that?
That is interesting. How about that? So right after Vegas, I came back and I noticed that some individuals were out there and they were pining for something we used to do during the holidays. Something we did during the holidays, but due to the cost effectiveness of it, we had to discontinue it. And that, of course, is the Robert Spiewak delicious, succulent, marvelous fruitcake.
Yes.
Fruitcake.
Fruitcake.
Not to be confused with Whitehall Inn's fabulous fruit fritters.
They're also hard to get nowadays, aren't they?
That's because the Whitehall Inn has been torn down for 40 years.
Did it burn down? Why do I think it burned down? I like to think that it burned down.
That's terrible.
No, I mean, not with anyone in it. I feel that they closed it, they boarded it up, and then the arson.
I'm not really sure what happened, Rob. But
I like to think it was something dynamic.
But listen to me.
Okay.
So I came up with an idea that would give the opportunity for people that really are out of all the people that get fruitcakes, I would say 95% of them love them. 5% really probably there's just no fruitcake that would please them. And then out of the 95%, there's a tiny group that just can't live without them. And I got that from some of the emails that I received. What about the fruitcake? What do you do about the fruitcake? Well, we can't. It just the cost of the raw materials because of inflation did not allow us to do that. Now, with that said, though, on a small scale, Rob Spiewak is still going to be in his kitchen. Have you gone in yet, or do you do that this week? Don't you?
Traditional baking day is Black Friday, so it'll
Black
be the
Friday
day after Thanksgiving. But I have started soaking my raisins.
There, so you're doing. They are being created this week.
All the ingredients are in-house, Mike. They're here. They're ready to go, gentlemen.
And I was shocked when Rob told me the cost of the ingredients.
Yeah, I mean, ridiculous. But I mean, but it's not preventing him from making fruitcakes for his own family and for select friends like me.
Co-workers. Josh, you will be presented with a fruitcake. Your kids don't have nut allergies, do they?
They do not.
Oh, good. I'll send two.
And where do you weigh in on fruitcakes, Josh?
I don't like fruitcake.
Not yet.
I've never had a fruitcake from Rob Spiewak. I've heard about this.
They're
for
different.
At least 15 years.
They're different.
Yeah.
Mike, I'm one of the top contributors on the Facebook page for Claxton Fruitcakes in Georgia. They're a large fruitcake provider, and if you buy a fruitcake, say, in a hardware store, it's going to be from Claxton. And
That's the one I've had then.
And they're
I've
crap,
had the one
right?
you get in a little
Pretty much.
Red and black box.
Yeah, exactly. And you can get the light or the dark, and they're okay for $4. But mine is a totally different thing. As a matter of fact, a listener once told me, Rob, this is less like a cake and more like a traditional English pudding.
Well, all I know is that when they come, thanks. When they come to the
Jolly.
When they come to the O'Mara house, my wife and I literally fight over them.
Yeah, it's ugly.
And I've been in my heavier my heavier drinking days. I've ripped Carla off before.
Sure.
And just come in and root it around the freezer. And I keep mine in the freezer. I love them frozen.
A good way to do it. What wasn't there? Was it last year that you totally found one of our hidden ones and I mailed you one like in February?
Yeah.
To like get yourself out of the doghouse?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
And it was all I could do not to eat that one too, because I love them. They're great. So for background, we decided that I asked Rob, I said, would it be possible if you could throw a few more in and we could auction them off on the website and throw a portion of the proceeds into money for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society as well.
LLS, my favorite. Thank you.
And Rob said he could pull that off because, I mean, he's doing it on a much smaller scale. You're going to go from how many at the Pinnacle did you bake?
The biggest year was like just over 2,000 fruitcakes. And this year we'll make about 50, and that's it.
This is 50 is a lot for family and friends, but that's
also half of those go to my mom because she'll give them to people at work and stuff like that. So it's a a collaborative effort. So I really only have. Go ahead, Josh.
How many fit in your oven at a time?
A batch is 16.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, because they're little bricks.
Yeah,
that are delicious.
They weigh 400 grams, Mike.
I hold in my hand.
Yes.
The copy for the auction because, as Mr. Soroka informed me, the auction is now up. It is active right now. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Did you keep the? Found it.
Did you keep the? What was it? What do they do on those auction sites? You purchase it now, where you don't have to auction. Where the
buy it now.
The buy it now is the buy it now still.
Buy it now on there. Yes.
What is the buy it now? Just out of curiosity.
$1,500.
That's right. But we're covering postage if you buy that.
And maybe Rob will even throw 2 in at that.
Yeah, Mike. Wow. A tip of the cap to Chris Arnold, who called the fruitcakes bricks that you can eat.
Bricks you can eat. Do you have my Christmas music for this?
I do, Mike. Let's do it.
Do you want me to do this in a?
Fruitcake. What you baking? Fruitcake.
Do you want me to do my Santa voice for this?
I do very much.
All right. Are you ready? Are you going to put Christmas music in back?
Well, I didn't know if you wanted the fruitcake music or Christmas music.
I like Christmas music because
Okay.
it's time.
Right.
It's time. Are you ready to
Yes,
jingle?
Santa. Santa, did you brush this morning?
Ho, ho, ho. Are you ready to jingle all the way? Every radio station I ever worked at, I had to be Santa. And my Santa is the Frosty Santa.
Yeah.
By the way, if you want to know which one I do. That's right. There won't be any Christmas for you at all. Are you ready to jingle? And then I also do the professor from Frosty,
Oh, yeah, please. Yeah.
That's not fair. That's not fair. Picky, picky, picky. What was the rabbit's name?
Oh, what was it? It's a magic.
Hocus
related.
Pocus.
Hocus Pocus. Why did I say focus? You wouldn't name
Focus.
a rabbit Focus.
This isn't just an auction. It's your chance to. I don't like this music.
Okay, how about this then? This?
But there's another one of that song that's
Oh, the Deck the Halls music bed? Is that the one?
Yeah, the Deck the Halls music bed. I'm
All right,
really
hold
picky.
on.
Josh, you'll find that I'm very picky when it comes to my Christmas background music because if you get just the right one.
problem.
This is the
You
one
gotta
that starts at.
Yeah, I know exactly the one. I actually had to construct
love it.
because you told me, you said, I want this. I said, Mike, that doesn't exist. You said, well, we want it anyway.
All right.
Let's see.
You can throw other ones in there too while we're waiting if you want. I don't know what we've got here.
Okay. Well, how
I'm
about
excited.
this, Mike?
I mean,
That's the same one I just
no,
played. I'm
it's
sorry.
too mellow.
All
It's
right.
too mellow. There we go. That's not exactly what I wanted, but
right.
if you find another one. Are you ready
Yes.
to jingle all the way with the Mike O'Mara Show? This isn't just an auction. It's your chance to own the most coveted holiday treat of the season.
Yes.
A homemade Rob Spiewak fruitcake. Are you? That's it.
Yeah.
Are you
but it
buying
has-
a fruitcake? No. See the energy of my read? How it
Yes.
picked up?
Let's check
You're
that again.
bidding on a Christmas package. But does this package include the legendary much-craved Spiewak fruitcake? Oh, absolutely. Will there be anything else tucked inside? Well, not really. Let's face it. This isn't just any fruitcake. This is a Spiewak fruitcake, a slice of holiday joy baked with love, candied fruits, and a sprinkle of TMOS magic.
Woo!
Whether you cherish it yourself or gift it to someone who will forever be in your debt, this is the one Christmas tradition you can't miss. We're only auctioning five, count them, 5 fruitcakes this year. So don't let this opportunity slip through your oven mitts. Bid now and make this holiday season the most delicious one yet.
Your oven mitts.
Happy bidding. And remember, it's not just a fruitcake, it's a Spiewak. Portions of this auction will go to the Leukemia Lymphoma Society because Rob's son
Yes.
is a survivor of pediatric leukemia. And that's
Good
why we are
kids
doing
over
that.
there. Love that.
Congratulations. So the bidding is open now.
Yes,
You want to
go
buy
ahead.
it immediately without bidding, you will have to pony up
You have
a
that option.
serious, as they said in Serpico, that's serious money if you
So-
want to do that.
Yeah, because you're then ruining the auction for everyone else.
Yeah,
That's right.
but if you're that type of person that likes
Go
to
ahead.
experience that joy of ruining things for others, you might want to
You know
try
what?
that.
You could buy it now and then share it with others and, in fact, not ruin it, but make it better for others.
When you say share it with others, there are only 5 of them. They're not big. What do? Cut a portion off and send it out in a foil wrapper to other people?
Yes, Ebenezer, that's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
You share. It's the holidays, Mike.
You
Come
hit
on.
that buy it now price, you
Yeah.
cut it up, and then you sell each piece as an auction of it your own.
As
If
Jimmy
you
would- as
hit
Jimmy
the buy
would
it
do.
now, if you hit the buy it now, price, you'll be. We'll call you on the show and say, "What the f is the matter with you?" I'm sorry.
So it's up and running now. It ends every Thursday.
Is that what it looks like?
Yep.
This is what it looks like.
So they've got 3
So-
days, 22 minutes, and 29 seconds.
Yes.
Yep.
So Thursday, 9 a.m. every week is when the auction will end. Every week up until Christmas.
Yep.
Okay, that's exciting. So the first one is up now. So
Yeah.
get your fruitcake, and we appreciate it.
It was so
Thank you.
exciting as I got to soaking the raisins this weekend. When Robert walked into the kitchen, he said, "Dad, what's that?" I said, "This is a knockoff Fireball. It's a higher percentage of alcohol and more cinnamon flavor." He said, "You're going to use it all?" I said, "No." He says, "Can I take the rest over to Barrett's tonight?" I said,
Fireball.
"Yes, you may."
Did you have you sat him down and talked about the family genetic code? And that he's got to be mindful of the hooch.
I
just
said,
a
I
little
did.
bit?
I said, you must be very careful once you turn 50 that this is not a problem that continues.
All right. Good luck. That's my kids drink too, so that's it. My kids
Probably
don't
not,
drink like
probably
I
not as much. Yeah.
did. No, they don't drink like I did.
Yeah.
I think it's Well, no, they get hammered. You talked about that WVU football game that you went to, right?
Yeah, oh, it was a
the kids are all
disaster.
getting sloshed.
Yeah, and don't forget the Borg, the gallon thing of grain alcohol and fruit juice that they
But
have.
you know what? Life is getting not easier. Life is getting more tension-filled. But I'm here to say one source of tension in my life is gone. I now, it is official, root for the worst team in the NFL. I'm proud to say I root for let me say it again, the worst team in the entire NFL. That's what the New York Giants are. The New York Giants, the number 1 seed as we speak in the draft to get the number 1 pick because they suck so totally. They are such crap as a football team, and I don't know where to start.
Well, Mike,
I don't know where to start.
if they were truly out to get you, they would be like the 3rd worst because then they don't get the draft.
Count on it. count
Oh,
on
you
the
think they're going to
upsets.
come back?
Oh, 100%.
That's how they F you. They F you at the drive-thru.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, they talk about, first of all, I want to get Josh's opinion on this. They talk about tanking to get the draft. That's not a viable thing in the NFL,
Not a
is
strategy.
it? You can't do that. You'd be outed if you did that. You don't have a
but
coach
you do it.
having a backup. What's that?
But they do it. The NFL does it.
You think
Probably
so?
Probably more than any sport. The NFL
Really?
does it.
I see. I'm
Yeah,
surprised
because
at
it's not tanking. We're not trying to lose, but I'm not going to put the best quarterback out there that can win us games.
Do you think
It's
that's
ma-
why they
it's
put Tommy DeVito out there?
Yes.
Tommy
Yes, because
Cutlets.
They said we can't get into the playoffs either way. So why have a mediocre season? Let's put Tommy out there, and either he's a star,
Right.
and we've been holding him back, or we get
Yeah.
to pick a new one next year and start all over again.
Maybe you're
How
right.
do you think Tommy feels right about now? When he goes in and he loses just wonderfully. And I got up, Mike, and I turned on the Commanders game. And the first thing I saw is like in 40 seconds, the Giants were down by like 60 points. And I said, oh, Mike, oh, no.
For the for your football Commanders,
Yeah.
was it other Commanders? That was a more painful loss
Mike,
to the Cowboys.
I have been, I'm not a big sports guy, but you can probably find records of me going back 10 or 15 years saying if you don't have special teams, you literally cannot win a game. You
Right.
can't. And with a missed field goal and 2 missed extra points, they deserve to lose that. And that guy, that kicker, no thank you. He's probably having a rotten day.
Well, I think
The
there are a lot of
person
people
having
having a
the
run.
best day today after a Sunday football is Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones probably
Yes.
sitting in his living room laughing his geeky ass off at the Giants.
And he clears waivers today at 4:00.
You think he's
and
going to get
there's-
picked up immediately?
There's 5 teams talking about grabbing him. One of them being the Baltimore Ravens,
Oh,
because
my
they see
God.
him as a decent backup.
That's awesome. Good for him. Good for him. As much as he pissed me off, I think really when you look at it, it's bigger than that. So,
Will you root against him if he lands somewhere else?
No, I can't.
Really? You can't?
No,
Okay.
I don't. I think it's hard to discuss this because they've sucked for so long and they've been bad for so long, and they are right now. No one knows whether their management and coaching is worth keeping. That's how bad they are, and it's been a long time. And this is like John Mara, the owner of the New York Giants, is becoming a hated owner, not like Dan Snyder, who was a bad person, because John Mara is not really a bad person, but he is an incompetent person. That's what they're saying. I don't know. I hate making this sports talk, but yeah, go ahead.
I like the storyline that now people are pushing for Jerry Jones to sign Daniel Jones today, just to stick him out there on Thursday against the Giants.
That's funny.
That'd be fun. That would
That
be fun.
is fun. And if he lit up the room, oh my God, the pain. That would be now I've given up on the season. I like drama part of me that says, yeah, do it, Jerry. I think Jerry would do it. I think Daniel would go to the Cowboys.
They're not playing for anything either.
Right? So maybe you just pick him up and
We're gonna put you in a uniform and put
How about
you out
them
there
Cowboys?
on
Yeah.
Thanksgiving Day, and then you win a turkey.
you're gonna go out
win that
there.
for turkey.
Hooba. How about them boys? How about them boys? How about them boys?
Have I ever, Josh? Are you familiar with my one encounter with Jerry Jones?
Yeah, Rob actually met Jerry Jones.
It was at the NFL commissioners party, and he was talking to someone.
We
else
interviewed him a
famous.
couple of times on the show too.
But this was in the wild. I think, was he not talking to Mel? He was talking to somebody very important.
At the commissioners' party.
Yeah, he might have been talking to Mel Karmazin, and I walked up on a dare, and we were all properly lubricated, and I said, Jerry Jones, just wanted to say hey. And he turned to me and said, well then, hey.
Turns back to Mel. So the way the
Probably,
commissioners'
25
party,
years ago,
a long time ago.
a lot younger Jerry.
And that back in the day, and still probably to this day, we haven't been to a Super Bowl in a million years, nor do I want to.
It's a bad
and
business, that Super Bowl.
The commissioners' party was the exclusive ticket, and we would go to that. We get the free pass through Rudy. God rest
Yeah.
his wonderful soul,
There's
Rudy
that name
Martzke.
again. Yeah.
And they would have the main ticket. Then we would have the more exclusive ticket with a fence around it. And then within that fence was the owner's area. And we tried to get into that. We did get into that owner's area.
Do you remember how we got in?
Well, we stole one of the flashing buttons that you get into the inner circle.
The Tupperware tight security was if you had that exclusive ticket, when you went through the metal detector or whatever, they gave you this flashing button.
Right.
But the flashing button was literally in a bowl, like Halloween candy. So as we walked through, we just grabbed them.
The exclusive tickets were right to the left of the regular tickets, and they were handing them buttons. Like there was a gold button and a silver button.
Exactly.
And we were getting our silver buttons, and as the guys from Tampa, who were a bunch of like criminals, this radio station in Tampa hosting us, they grabbed handfuls of the gold buttons so we could get into the exclusive area. And then when we got into the exclusive area, we just stepped over the little mini fence into the owner's area.
It was literally like a yard in a 1950s house with a 12-inch fence around it.
And I said hi to Bob Kraft, and Rob walked up to Jerry Jones. And we saw John Madden. It was fun. It was fun back in the day. Memories, wonderful, wonderful memories. But I just want to say that whatever happens now, just today for this one day only, and I think they'll continue to please me.
Yeah,
I root for the worst team. I don't think I've ever been able to say that. Giants have sucked. I don't believe I have ever had the Giants as the worst team in the NFL. Mrs. O'Mara has just texted.
It's going to be a magical Thanksgiving, Mike. What a lucky treat that on that day of fellowship and love that you'll have your Giants on television on Thanksgiving Day. That must be very nice.
Very, very exciting.
Yes.
Very, very exciting. So the other thing I wanted to warn people about, we had a bit on the radio where we would talk about Wednesday, traditionally the heaviest traffic day of the year, not to be. And are we having any connectivity issues with me or with Rob, Mr. Soroka?
I believe there's a little issue with Rob.
Yeah, he's freezing up on me.
We're just fighting through.
If you have to, tell him to reboot his thing, and that might be a solution to that. What I was going to say is that we would say traditionally the heaviest traffic day of the year, not to be confused with Friday, traditionally the heaviest shopping day of the year. I've modified it because I just want to tell people, starting really Friday, you have to beware of the toddlers. One thing, the infantilization of America now. We have become much more distracted by bright lights and flashing red, white, and blue colors and Christmas colors and everything. And we also get excited, and we don't have that governor on our emotions. So we are probably less grown up than we used to be. I think that's pretty obvious with things for adults. That came at the same time remember when Halloween, literally when I was a kid, was a holiday for children.
Yes, that's all.
Exclusively, before it became, look at me. Football games used to be guys wearing overcoats in fedoras, rooting for their team and smoking cigars. Now, paint your nipples blue, go out, wear a fuzzy hat, and because we've become more childlike would be the way it is. So that manifests itself on the highways and byways as well, and I just wanted to give people warning. I saw a lot of it this weekend, a lot of the 3 lanes across because you want to get to that road you're turning left on because you're too stupid to know where it was. You missed it. That type of thing. Speeding, talking to people excitedly in cars. There's a lot of that crap going on. I heard a lot of sirens over the weekend, and I think that's every city in America. So please just let's be careful out there.
Mike, you know what's coming up is the season of wreaths on the front of cars.
Yes, wreaths on the front.
Fake antlers on your car.
That's
These
correct.
These people must be removed and taken to another land. We'll put them on the island of misfit toys.
Amen.
Now the new thing is Christmas lights on the outside of your car.
Oh, I saw
As
a
if
Christmas.
You don't need more distractions.
Yeah, I saw an entire car covered with the Christmas lights. All of it. Every square inch of it except the windshield.
That's got to be illegal.
It's ridiculous. It's just like, look at me. It's the look at me. Oh, I got Christmas lights all over my car. Aren't I special? I don't know. Maybe I'm becoming an old fart curmudgeon, but I don't care.
Becoming.
Well, Mike, My traffic here
know.
is completely screwed up because a new store opened up last week.
What
So
store?
miles of traffic
Oh,
on 95
oh,
to take my exit.
I bet I know
because
what
you
it
gotta
is.
Go to the new store.
I
Hold
bet
it,
I know what it is.
Before you reveal the store, let me clear this.
I want
You
to guess
say-
before he reveals. it.
Okay, that's fine. But you say that this is actually causing backups on the highway, not just like
I know
roads
why.
surrounding it.
It opened up on, I think, Thursday evening, and my exit was a 2-mile line.
All right.
My exit.
I know what it is. I don't know the name of it, but I know it is a roadside stop, correct?
It is not. This same road already has a Buc-ee's.
Oh,
that was gonna
Buc-ee's.
be-
That's
that
what
was
I
gonna
thought
be
it
my
was going to be.
guess.
I
No,
thought it was going to
this
be
road-
Buc-ee's.
This road currently has a Buc-ee's and a Costco already there, and we had a brand new store open up.
All right, let me get some hints and let me see if I can guess. Give me.
Can I do an out of the blue guess? Because
Yeah,
you got
go
to do
ahead.
one-
Yeah, you might win. Go ahead.
Target.
No,
All right. Is it a box store?
it is. No, it is not a box store.
Oh, okay.
Retail
thinking-
wise, I'm trying
It is
to
a
think.
retail store. It is a very focused on one group of people retail store, but it is a giant store.
And
Is
it's in
it like
Florida.
It's in Florida.
Is,
Is it
like
Nazis?
No, we've all those closed.
Where do you keep
what,
your
November 5th.
brown shirts? Hi, welcome to Nazis. Is it a Bass Pro Shop?
It is a Bass Pro Shop.
Way to go, Rob Spiewak.
Yes,
Wow.
thank you.
Yes.
Yes, that's
Oh,
awesome.
so they put the whole Santa thing in there too, because
Yeah,
Bass
yeah.
Pro Shops has a good Santa.
Yep,
Always.
Santa's in there. Some guy dressed up as Bigfoot, a giant Christmas tree,
Yep.
a million boats, a hot air balloon, and a carousel.
Do the
all
kids
inside of this store.
Do the kids
And-
want their
and a
picture
fish tank.
taken? Do the kids want their photo taken with Santa or Bigfoot? Just so we can gauge the neighborhood.
Oh, I took them on Saturday night. They did not. There was lines for both. My kids wanted to ride the carousel.
Is
Oh,
it a
that's nice,
super
yeah.
Bass Pro Shops?
It is, yes. It is the biggest Bass Pro Shops I've ever been in.
Carousel is big. Do they have a restaurant in next to it? They
No,
don't.
there's not a restaurant.
Oh, ours
Seafood
does.
I
restaurant.
wish.
Mike.
Ours
Give me a
does.
reason to go.
Ours has a restaurant next to it.
What do you get
It
there?
does. What?
What do you
Never-
get there?
Never eaten there, Rob. Never had the pleasure.
Mike,
Yeah.
if I ever find myself in your neighborhood, I insist that as my host gift to you, I will
Yeah.
take you to the Bass Pro restaurant.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm looking forward to that.
I bet they
It's,
have hush puppies.
I'm not sure, but they've got an amazing and overpriced sunglasses department, and you know when I lived on the water, when I lived on a little lake, I was there all the time buying fishing gear. That's what but it's more than fishing gear. It's camping, it's
Camping,
it's shooting,
boating.
boating.
Didn't you step on a nail at a Bass Pro Shop?
I did when they had the little promotion out in the backyard when they had babies that were allowed to. They had a children's fishing tournament. And I stepped on a nail. You have the memory of memories. And I stepped. And what it wasn't a fishing hole. It was like the drainage ditch from the construction. And obviously the construction site wasn't really tidied up when they got done. And I went down to see, hey, Michael, I want, oh, God, nail right into my foot.
Mike,
Had to go to the ER.
This just in. Yes, some Bass Pro Shops have restaurants, including Uncle Buck's Fish Bowl and Grill and Isla Morada Fish Company.
We
They're
have
both-
the Isla Morada. We have Isla Morada Fish Company.
That's a restaurant that serves seafood for lunch and dinner. Some say the food and service are great, while others
See if you can find the location of the Isla Morada one, because I think it'll say Gulf Coast Center. If it says Gulf Coast Center, that's look up Isla Morada Fish Company, because that's the one that I have. And
it
you know,
says,
yeah.
Depending on which Bass Pro Shops, you could have the Fish Company restaurant.
Oh, that might be the fish company too. Might be the fish company.
The White River Fish House,
I'm,
or Hemingway's The Water Cafe.
Hemingway's.
Hemingway's.
He drops the consonant in the middle of words too. It's Hemingway's.
That's
Well,
fantastic.
it's still an ing.
yeah.
oh, that's
And
fantastic.
They are hiring.
They are. They are hiring. It's one of them. They're fish company restaurants, I believe. But
What you should do,
I don't
Mike,
know.
is,
Did you
it's-
find it? Did you
It's-
find it?
It says here that you should order the conch when you go there, but it's Isla Morada. Is that actually in Isla Morada? Is that the one?
No. The
No.
one is in Gulf
Colorado-
Coast Center.
is
Okay.
in California, it tells me. Oh, okay, here we go. Yep, Gulfstream Way.
Gulfstream Way, so that's it. So it's Isla
Yeah.
Mirada. That's what I thought it was.
Go get your
Okay.
conch, Mike. It's delicious. And
Very
then
good.
you can get shoes you can eat.
Very, very exciting about it. It's oh God, what's wrong with us? Before we go to our first break here, I do want to mention one thing to you. Hey, Michael, my son has a name for home runs. Josh,
Okay.
I want to see
I'm
if
curious
if
because
I've
we
got it
know
right.
language is the same about 10-year-olds across the country.
That's
How you
true.
doing, buddy?
Somehow
So
it
I'm
goes around.
curious.
Want to see
about
his
this.
outfit for the week off? Come on over, buddy.
I do.
Come around.
I'm guessing
towards
no
me.
shirt.
You put a shirt on and come in here. All right. He's
So I was
embarrassed.
right.
Do you
Thank
think
God.
the Isla Mirada restaurant is as good as the restaurant inside IKEA? I'd like to see those go
No,
head to head.
the restaurant inside IKEA. I love them meatballs.
Yes,
Oh,
they're
I
Mike. They're Swedish.
Yeah, they
I
were
guarantee
yummy.
this costs more than the IKEA restaurant.
I have never had the pleasure of eating at the Isla Mirada Fish Company, but that's the name of it.
The
and
next
Isla
time
Mirada
I'm
is
down
down
there,
in the
Mike.
Keys. It's down in the Keys. Beautiful place down in the
Next time I'm down there, let's shut the joint down.
home of Todd Moore, I believe, too.
Does he? He
Isla
doesn't.
Mirada.
Isla Morada.
Yeah.
He doesn't own the restaurant though.
Isla Magarata. Here's my son, boys.
Oh, your hair is great. You look like you're on the cover of Rubber Soul.
This is
Go
very
Google
great.
that.
What do you
know
call
that.
what are you doing?
I'll go get headphones.
He's going to get headphones.
Of
You're going
course
to be
he is.
featured in a mini episode later on, so I don't know what's going on with him.
I look forward to the mini episodes. We're going to do one with each of our kids. And there's lots of good stuff coming up over the holidays. You know, a lot of times folks think we're going to leave them high and dry with like a tired old best of. Not so, Mike. All new programming throughout the holidays here at TMOS Central.
Very exciting. You're
very
very,
excited.
excited
Yes.
about that.
And on
he's
one
coming.
of them, we're going to find out the new name for home runs.
All right, yeah, you can plug into this one. All right, there you go. Where is it? There it is. Plug in and come on in so you can talk to the guys.
And drop out.
Tune in, turn on. All right, come on right in. All right, there you go. Say there. Now he can hear you.
Hi, Michael.
Hello.
Hey, you know what? Real quick, what is your the top of your wish list for Christmas? Because I need some hints.
Well, at the top of my wish list is an e-scooter.
Uh-huh.
I've been really wanting one for a while.
A lot of people would like to have those.
See, where's a gaming PC rank on there?
I don't have a gaming PC.
Oh, you already have it.
Well, I don't
right,
have
then
one.
never
I
mind.
don't have one.
That's not on your list?
A gaming PC is like the
I
mobile
completely forgot
one,
about
right?
that. No.
I've heard gaming PC on the top of everyone's list.
Do you not? I thought you have a
11-year-old
computer you play games on.
Yeah, I have a PC. He's talking about on my list, my Christmas list.
Okay.
This
But
would
you
be a
have
dedicated
All right.
computer
Yep.
for gaming, you see.
I thought you had a dedicated computer for gaming.
Yeah, in there.
He does. He's saying it's not on his Christmas list because he
No.
already has it.
Yeah, well, the kid that has everything. Do you
Okay,
have
well-
everything?
What do you mean?
Don't worry about it.
The e-scooter is just out of range. Can we go down a couple notches? Like, did you need an extension cord or a adapter of any sort?
Well,
Mike is
I
feeding
need a set of
What?
headphones.
Cougarans.
Krugerrands. That's good. And do you have any idea what that is?
No.
Okay.
Is it something bad?
Move over so you can
No,
see
it's
your
something very
face.
good.
I want to see your face.
I can't. You guys can't.
All right, there you go.
Very good. All right, so it's Krugerrands and gaming computers. I'm off to the Walmart right now.
All right, so in the car this weekend, you gave us a name for home runs that I had never heard before, and I was shocked,
you
and I
tell
want to
them?
make sure I heard correctly, but I'll let you tell
I'm
them.
allowed to say it?
Yeah, you're allowed to say it. What do you call home runs?
A piss missile.
Here it is.
That's a new one. I
Have
not
you heard that one,
yet.
Josh?
No, I did not hear that one.
Why do you
Can
call
I
them?
ask? Yeah, I was going to say, where did he get it from and why? Why
Yeah,
do you call
why
it
do
a
they
piss
call them
missile?
piss missiles?
I don't know. I just there's this guy about talking about sports and
Is this somebody online?
yeah.
Perv. All right, get out of here. All
According
right.
to Uber Dictionary, it is a homer, a 60-yard touchdown, or a long field goal.
It's a home run, a 60-yard field goal, or
Yep.
a long run, home run, or a 60-yard field
Yeah.
goal. That's a
In
piss
other,
missile.
if you want to use it in a sentence, it says Billy hits an absolute piss missile to center field.
There he goes. Can you hear him laughing off?
Yeah.
Off mic?
It's also, Mike,
That's
an alternate translation of that or definition is something that his Uncle Rob hasn't seen in 10 years.
Oh my God. That's kind of creepy.
is.
You kind of Billy Bob me on that. Let's take a break now that
You
I have
want
that
to?
horrible taste in my mouth.
Are you having sex?
I have to. Billy Bob Thornton. Last
William
night,
Robert Thornton.
watch. It was all Taylor Sheridan all the time in the O'Mara household last night. Lioness and Landman. Which
Mon Mon.
Josh, you gotta love Landman. It's very right wing. It's very cool. You know,
I'm in on Landman.
How about when he's talking about fossil fuels? Let me tell you what fossil fuels do. Everything, you know. It's
Right.
that.
Can't
That's
have
right
that
out of the.
windmill without it.
Yeah, that's like right out of the Exxon playbook. Big oil bringing you Taylor Sheridan. We'll
Mike,
be right back. Yes.
Would you go ahead and introduce the promo since we're here?
Ladies and gentlemen, and now a promotional announcement from the Mike O'Mara Show.
Tales from the ER, Big Cables of Neptitude, and a tribute to America's guest. It's all on the latest bonus show. Here's a quick preview.
To Xfinity and the shitter.
Can a child get sick on daylight time?
Why do they all like to slide head first, Josh Soroka?
Because it's on TV. It's what the players do.
The
digging.
Digwitch sounds delicious.
I care more about the show, Rob, than I do my TV.
They need to use the 24-inch pipe wrench on her.
TIO. Tough it out.
It's better when you
Landman.
earn it.
Give the gift of funny for the holidays with a bonus show subscription. Gift a monthly plan now. And remember, it's always the perfect size. Order now at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
I'm gonna go get a Dr. Pepper. You want anything?
There it is. The Legacy Box Black Friday event starts right now.
Oh my gosh, yes, now.
Better Homes and Gardens called Legacy Box the most sentimental gift to give this holiday season. During their Black Friday event, more families can reclaim priceless footage with a whopping 65% off. There has never been a better time to preserve your past with Legacy Box. Starting at only $27, Legacy Box is a simple and say, did I get that wrong? $271. What is it?
$271.
$271. Legacy Box is a simple and safe way to digitize your treasured videotapes, film reels, and photos. They've helped over 1 million families do just that. Everything is done by hand right here in the U.S. Convert your media to digital copies that will always be protected from floods, mold, or even the decay of time. Just send in your Legacy Box filled with old VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, and pictures. Their team professionally digitizes everything by hand in the USA, and you'll get it back on the cloud or thumb drive along with your originals. Think of all the Christmas mornings you recorded. Relive those family memories this holiday season. The big screen with Legacy Box. You can now preserve the video of me car sleeping at the Gold Brick Academy for boys. The Legacy Box Black Friday event is here, and they're giving our listeners their best deal of the year. Hit up legacybox.com/TMOS to save an unreal 65% with limited quantities ready to ship. This deal will go fast. Legacybox.com/TMOS for 65% off. Legacybox.com/TMOS. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
And I don't know where that 271 comes from, because on their website you can get things as low as $24.49.
I think it's a mistake. Let's fix
I'll have
it.
to double
but
check.
It is $271 in the copy.
Yeah, I will double check that.
All right, that's good. Let's get right to it, ladies and gentlemen. Very discombobulated today. It's the holiday week.
It is.
You know, it's tough to keep your head in the game. It is. Anywhere you work, that's just the way it goes. All right. But this might sober you up. A legend passed away over the weekend. Game show host Chuck Woolery. He died on Saturday at his home in Texas. He was 83 years old. There is no word on a cause of death, but TMZ says that he went to lie down before he passed because he wasn't feeling well. Chuck was the original host of Wheel of Fortune. I forgot that he was pre-Sajak. Back in the late 70s, he went on to host the Scrabble game show in the 80s, and of course, the big one that everybody knew him for, Love Connection, from 1983 to 1994. He also did some later shows like Lingo on the Game Show Network and Greed on Fox.
Greed was a good show. That was a knockoff of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but they did a nice job with it. He was good on it. So,
and he was probably in his 70s when he did that, right?
Mike, I was shocked when I watched a clip of Love Connection of how badly it's dated, because it doesn't seem that long ago to me.
Right.
But let's go to Gene Wood and see what's going on in the Love Connection stages.
But it's always unpredictable when two strangers meet trying to make that love connection. And now, here's our host, Chuck Woolery.
It's horrible.
It was hot for a while.
It was.
Look at that hair.
Okay, let's get started by meeting our first contestant. All right, now she was here a few weeks ago, and the audience selected a date for her. She enjoys roller skating and horror films. She refuses to date a man who has children, and she says that she doesn't have any trouble getting a guy's attention, but she just can't keep it for long.
Mike, she's a hairstylist.
So 80s.
It is. It really is. And did you know, I don't know if you have it in your story.
By the way, I think, this is just my 2 cents,
Yeah.
every guy should date a hairstylist at one point in their life. I did.
I know. I remember. Did you know that Chuck Woolery, his initial...
I'm pathetic. I'm
No,
pathetic.
Mike, you're never better. In every day and every way, you're getting better and better. Did you know that he actually wanted to be a musician? Chuck Woolery did.
He was in a band back in the day.
And the song was called "Naturally Stoned," and it cracked the top 40.
Yeah, it was a hit.
And it's from his band Avant Garde. Here's Chuck singing.
They say grow up, put your mind on what you have to do.
The Borderman.
But I know
Or was that the Avant Garde?
That's the Avant Garde, Mike.
The Avant
This is
Garde.
where they're like, just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in. Type.
Yeah. He also did some country stuff, including his songs Painted Lady and The Greatest Love Affair. And he co-wrote The Joy of Being a Woman on Tammy Wynette's 1971 album, We Sure Can Love Each Other.
Did he? Mike, I was wondering if he ever went to that restaurant over at the Bass Pro Shops.
Isla Mirada Fish Company. Hi, I have 6 people for Woolery. Thank you.
That was
new
the Love Connection dates.
Yeah.
That's where they send them.
No, they send them all there. That's right. If you'd like another date, we'll pay for it.
That's right. Get dinner for 2 at the Isla Mirada. I'll say it like Chuck would. Dinner for 2 at the Isla Mirada Fish Company, and also a free spinning reel from Bass Pro Shops. Yeah. A new report looked at how many calories people are downing at the Thanksgiving table. This interests me.
Okay.
There's good news and bad news. The average American's caloric intake during the Thanksgiving meal is just 2,092 calories. That's not bad. That's the turkey factor, in my opinion. According to dietary guidelines in the U.S., adults should consume anywhere between 1,600 and 3,000 calories per day. Depending on a bunch of stuff. Oh, you left out a bunch of stuff. Like age, weight, and gender. Oh, now that's unacceptable. The pronouns don't matter. Anyway, of course.
I don't know, Mike. I like a good hungry broad.
By the way, that's for the whole day. So the Thanksgiving number is only in range if it's your only meal of the day. Excuse me. With no snacking, no leftovers, and no booze.
Stay away from the charcuterie, Mike. That's where you pack on the pounds.
Some people aren't kidding themselves. This year, 14% of people are planning to eat over 3,000 calories.
Yeah.
4% are planning to eat over 5,000 calories. And Thursday, I think if you're planning to eat over 5,000 calories, you're not paying attention. You don't care. You're not even talking about it, right? If you're going to eat over 5,000.
No, I think that's you put on the football game, and it's a commercial. Let me go grab another slice of pie.
Exactly. Exactly.
I have time for leftovers.
Yeah, and the worst team in football is playing this Thanksgiving, so I'm gonna scoop up all the food. Yum yum. Let me see. Thursday, of course, isn't the end of it. The average person will also be eating about 2,270 calories worth of leftovers. Nearly 40% of people said they'd eat a lot more than that. 27% said 3,000 calories in leftovers, while Piggy 9%. Said 5,000 in leftovers. On average, Americans plan to eat Thanksgiving leftovers for 3 days after Thanksgiving.
That's about right.
And 8% plan to eat them for a week or more. I think after a week or more, they get a little gamey.
No, I think after Monday, you shouldn't be touching them. You should have them in the freezer.
Survey because they're asking people how many calories are you going to eat. Do most people know
No.
'Cause I don't know. I'd make a number up.
Yeah.
I don't always stand by the credibility of my news, Josh, and in this particular case, I will hold out a slight chance that story was completely and utterly made up.
I know the election's over. The pollsters
Right.
have to do something.
They have
That's
to
true.
be busy. They have to
Mike,
get busy. Yes.
How many calories will a hairstylist eat on Thanksgiving?
62.
And Mike, I know I don't like to go backwards, but I actually have a tape of Chuck Woolery, one of his last tapes, talking about Thanksgiving.
And I'll do anything for food. I could eat 2 dozen eggs, 36 pork chops, 24 frankfurters.
Yep.
I've eaten a dozen bagels at one time with 2 packages of cream cheese. I'm never full. I am never, ever full physically.
Mike, and on
My
the
favorite
way back
part.
home-
Yes.
On the way back home, I got Swedish meatballs at IKEA.
Absolutely delicious. And a lot of people don't realize Chuck Woolery, since we are going backwards, was a contestant on Love Connection before he was the host. We have his date. We have his date on the show right now.
Hey, everybody, this is Reba McEntire.
Oh, my God. They would make beautiful children, wouldn't they?
Absolutely. 6 monkeys. We're still on the loose early Monday after dozens escaped earlier this month from a South Carolina compound that breeds the primates for medical research. Well, who blames them for trying to get out, right?
I know. Yeah, you got to get out of there. That's a no good.
2 monkeys that were recaptured Sunday were examined, and they were declared in excellent condition.
Monkey condition.
The monkeys are about the size of a cat. They're all females, weighing in at about 7 pounds. 43 monkeys made a break for it November 6th after an employee at what locals call the monkey farm did not fully lock their enclosure. If people encounter the monkeys, they say, they are advised to stay away and not fly drones in the area either.
What?
That's a wild card.
Yeah.
Not sure why that one. The company said they are skittish and might run away from where they're gathered. So if you bring a drone in there, people do that too. Fly a drone over a park, people scatter. Terrified.
Yeah, of course they do. And Mike, you should keep in mind these monkeys, they don't mean to bring anybody down.
Here we come,
Walking down the street.
And here's something you should know, Josh. Just one of the weird things about this show. Mike hates the monkeys.
Well, 'cause they're fake and manufactured.
Yeah.
They started that way, but they made some really fine records.
Oh.
You don't like I'm a Believer? You're wrong
I don't like
there.
I don't like manufactured stuff. I don't like it's artificial. It's like they're the cheese whiz of rock groups. They really are.
I still
And
enjoy their music.
You don't want to fly drones because it elevates a monkey's stress level.
Very good. But here's good news. All the monkeys taken back to the compound have been fed peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and monkey biscuits, which are a high-protein Purina monkey chow that is especially formulated for the rhesus macaw.
I really hope. Did you make any of that up?
All of it.
Okay. Because I was wondering if I don't want to work you too hard. Does John Tesh know about monkey chow?
Monkey chow made by Purina is absolutely delicious. So, if you have a drone and you've gotten a special treat for Christmas, make sure you avoid rhesus macaws. And if you see one of them, throw a blanket over it, take it into your living room, and feed it a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Intelligence for your life. I'm John Tesh.
Hey, Tesh.
Yeah.
How many calories you can eat on Thursday?
8,000, and then I'm going to poop like a racehorse. Or is that pee? More than 1,000 mariachis gathered in Mexico City's main plaza Sunday, strumming guitars and singing classics like Yo lo cielo lleno maneno nefento besito lindo.
That's my favorite.
To end a mariachi congress celebrating the musical form, the number of musicians apparently topped the previous record of 700 mariachis at an earlier gathering in the Mexican city of Guadalajara. The Guinness World Records organization hasn't replied to a message from the Associated Press asking whether Sunday's gathering broke the previous record. The musicians, many of whom arrived in Mexico's capital from other cities, expressed their joy at singing in the giant iconic plaza, saying, "The music is a family tradition. They start the learning at a young age." Yes, Bravo.
Fun music, mariachi. We had a mariachi band in the terrestrial days of this show. You remember Beth Ann brought in one?
Yeah, they were fantastic.
One of the only good things she ever did.
Yeah.
And then she, with great effort, especially at this time of year, did what she could to ruin everything she touched.
We need to get her back on this show, so
Nope.
you two have to
Nope.
gain closure of some kind on that. Finally, Gen Z should look out for signs that they're being sledged. Either one of you know that term? Sledged?
I would guess insulted?
No. Claire Rainier is a romance expert from dating app Happn, Happn.
That's a good one.
Sledging, she says, is a newly popular practice, and that has prompted 20-somethings to stay in dead-end relationships or drag someone along as if they were on a sled through the holidays. However, unbeknownst to their unsuspecting sweeties, the seemingly happy sledger is secretly planning to dump them within seconds of the ball dropping on New Year's Day.
Here's what's stupid about that. If you're taking them on a sled, why is it called sledging, like a sledgehammer?
I don't know.
You're on the edge of your relationship.
Sledging.
Wow. There you go.
Sledgers are in it for themselves. Happn surveyed 600 daters ranging in age from 18 to 25 to find that 15% of Zoomers regularly string along their significant others. Their seasonal significant others.
Yeah.
That's writing, isn't it?
Yeah.
They string them along for sex, companionship, or to avoid those pesky "why are you still single" questions from family members. The researchers determined that 75% of sledgers make the decision to break up with their honey in November, while a shocking 25% plan to call it quits after Christmas as early as August. Huh?
Wow. So it's they're playing the long game there.
Long game. Detailed manual on sledging can be found in the Mike O'Mara Marriage Handbook. Thank you. Yeah.
Look in the index under hairdresser.
Yeah. Thanksgiving's been a good week and a bad week for me in my romantic past. Yes, yeah. It's a time for reflection, everybody. We'll take a break and we will come back with something really exciting on the Mike O'Mara Show. Whoa. Oh, let me get this out. Sorry about that. Oh, my God. How did that get all the way down there? I don't know.
You have no idea what he's talking about, folks.
I don't know.
I don't know.
How did that get down there?
Oh,
But
am I
Chip just
dealing with
pointed
that?
out to us that sledge is the name of a sled.
Oh, it
Like
is?
when the dogs drag it.
Okay.
And I had a sister named Sledge. Sister Sledge. Oh, Mr. I don't know what I'm doing.
Were they actually sisters? The Sledge sisters?
Don't really know. Don't miss out. It's
Yes.
the 2024 Mike O'Mara Show Christmas Ornament. Your house will look extra festive when you deck the halls with us. You can bring holiday cheer to every American with this mini replica of the iconic TMOS campfire mug. Display them both like a mommy and her baby. Like a mommy and her baby.
I think that's sweet, isn't
Mike
it?
and Michael.
It is the perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect. It's perfect for decorating the tree, the office, or any place that needs a touch of show spirit. It comes with a custom loop, so it's ready to hang. And isn't hanging the best? And
Yes.
it comes standard in a Holly Jolly gift box. Get one for yourself and one for a loved one. You'll both love it. So act fast. Supplies are extremely limited, and if you've collected our yearly ornaments every December, this is the only way to get the one to make your set complete. If you're a hoarder like Rob, that's important to you.
It is important.
Remember to buy your 2024 TMOS Christmas ornament at MikeO'MaraShow.com. And remember, it not only makes a great shot glass, it's a great way to water your Christmas tree.
What?
To water your Christmas tree.
Yes.
Very gradually.
Right. A lot of trips to the sink.
The TMOS holiday mug is non-denominational, so it can never offend, which is nice also. Thank you.
You can also hang that on your tree. You just need to provide your own string.
That's it.
That's
Yeah.
right. Oh, and Mike, here's the closer.
We couldn't have picked a better time to wish you a Merry Christmas.
See, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Way to go.
Thank you. Thank you. So
Welcome
much.
back to the show. I want to share a MAGA moment that I had. A MAGA moment at Happy Valley.
Okay.
One of the biggest MAGA guys I know. And I think I heard him before I saw him. I'm up on the driving range. I'm hitting my balls like I like to do. And
balls.
I hear Mike. And I see him thundering up. Big dude, like 6'3", 6'4". Big dude. Wearing the hat. Wearing the Make America Great Again hat. And he comes up to me. This is unlike him. Truly unlike him. And I had to laugh. He comes up to me and goes, "Come on. You look like you need a hug." Now listen to me. I know that there are people that I communicate with online that have taken this much differently, and I don't want people to think that I have lost my desire for a certain way of looking at the world. I haven't. However, I am also pragmatic. I am a realist, and I realize there's really nothing I can do right now about it. All right? So you have to kind of laugh, and you have to give people their moment. They didn't. They didn't give us our moment. That means that that doesn't mean we do the same thing. Right. And stay angry, because the only person you're hurting when you're staying angry is yourself, in my humble opinion. Do I think that the clown college is in full display? 100% I do. Do I disagree with a lot of what's going on? Absolutely I do. Do I plan to let it determine how I live my life and be angry and shun people that I have had constant companionship with? No. I'm gonna continue to have my people that I play golf with and that I hobnob with and that produce this show. The fact is, I think you ruin your own life if you take it to that extreme. I really feel that way. That's the way I look at it. So,
and this will be your outlook until January 6th, right?
When I am planning on chartering a bus.
A bus this year.
Up to the nation's capital.
Well,
that's what
you've always got a place here at my house, Mike.
Yes, it's. By the way, it is not a like a tour bus or a Prevost, as they're called. It is a short school bus with four of my Lee County, Florida friends.
Now, will you be driving in shifts so you can make it in record time?
All nighter, one night, all the way up there.
Do you have the chains hanging underneath it in case you would meet?
We've got everything ready. We've got a fully stocked with Pop-Tarts and Slim Jims for the trip.
Do you have any of that Trump water?
We have Trump water as well in the back, and we'll stop at a road stop because we don't have a potty on the bus.
Oh, darn it.
Well, and that's where the piss missile comes back.
That's the piss missile. In fact, that's the name of our bus, Josh.
I was going to say, that's why it's a yellow bus.
It's the piss missile. In fact, that's what I might call my car, the piss missile. Hey, come on now. I'll be waiting in the piss missile for all of you.
Mike, go to the Florida DMV and see if you can get PSMSSL as your tag.
Well,
At least bring that slang onto the golf course. When you get a nice hit.
That was
the
piss
other old
missile.
guys,
Yeah.
That was quite the piss missile.
Josh, I think we need to let Rob vent a little bit because he's very excited. He was excited over the weekend. He sent out lots of pictures. He sent out pictures of his new refrigerator.
There had to be, Mike, there had to be a trace of you that had a bit of jealousy because it's a gorgeous fridge.
Can I be honest with you? I missed the initial one, and I saw it I think I saw it very briefly, and I just didn't linger on it. I just saw it. I said, "Oh my God, he's putting his refrigerator up there." But you're excited. I know you're.
I am excited, Mike.
Go ahead, share your story with us.
The 13-year-old Whirlpool, she is gone. Now you remember some years ago we had a trouble with a small pin-sized leak in the water line that would occasionally cause the freezer to freeze shut. Well, this was getting worse and worse and worse, and it is really almost the same price to put a good down payment on a new fridge as it is to get it fixed. So we got rid of it. Black Friday is a great time to buy a refrigerator. And I dare say, Mike, I've stepped up to maybe not the Cadillac, but certainly the Lexus of refrigerators, the Frigidaire.
Is that better than a Whirlpool?
It would almost have to be because this one's not leaking. So it is owned. I didn't know this, that Frigidaire and Electrolux, the ancient vacuum company, are owned by the same people.
I feel so screwed right now.
Why?
Because you were the person who told me to get the Whirlpool.
Well, Mike, without a leak, you're still at the top of your game. I just didn't want to go to get
I love
another.
mine.
Yeah, it's a great fridge. It is a great fridge.
Is
but
this the one that leaked and froze?
Yeah, and it's done that a couple
Rob
of
would
times.
tell us about how he'd have to sit on the ground and chip away at the ice.
Chip away at
to
the
get
ice,
freezer
which I
open.
don't like getting on the ground, as you know. And also because it had been pried open so many times, the gasket didn't quite seal on the bottom freezer drawer anymore. Because we had probably, in fits of angry pulling with broomsticks and whatnot, we had dented bent the frame of the freezer drawer.
Oh, all right. So it was really non-usable. Did they
Yeah, and
remove it when they brought the new one?
Mike, Frigidaire will do free removal and installation. I went right through the Frigidaire website, and I can't recommend it highly enough. They did a great job. So
Okay, all
it
right.
is great. Mike, the ice cube, and here's what you're going to love. The ice cubes are not those moon-shaped ice
Oh,
things.
you're preaching to the choir with that. Tell me what they're like, because I hate the crescent-shaped ice cubes. Hate them.
These are cubes. They are
Really?
literally cubes. And I'm waiting to see what the production is like, because one thing that I loved about this model, you can install a second ice maker in your freezer that is just a dedicated ice maker that's in addition to the one that spits the ice into
Has
your
it
cup.
made ice yet for you?
Yes,
I mean, it's
yes.
all hooked up?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Would it be inconvenient for you to show us the ice cube?
Not at all, but you'll
Okay.
need to fill while I go do this.
I am curious about, go ahead.
All right.
I am curious about because I really hate the crescent. Do you have crescent-shaped ice?
I've never thought about what type of ice my freezer makes.
Really? Have you ever?
No, I
Oh,
know
mine
that
melted.
I
I
do
was
not
gonna
like
show you
when the
mine.
kids put the crush button on.
I
don't
hate
like the
I hate
crushed
crushed ice. I'm not a crushed
So I
ice
know-
fan either.
I know I turned that off, but I have no clue what shape the ice is.
When Rob comes back, I'm going to ask him about the ice maker in the Whirlpool, because that is the one element of the Whirlpool that I'm not a fan of, because even when it's making the ice cubes instead of the crushed ice, it breaks those up a little bit, and I get little fragments of ice, which I cannot stand, and that's just not fun. I don't like that at all. I really like solid ice, and that's why if it's a cube, it might be better. But do you remember, no, you weren't with us when he was telling me Whirlpool.
No, I wasn't there.
When I had the Samsung, the worst of all. He's back, ladies and
But
gentlemen.
my dad bought a condo last week, and I went and checked out their new condo.
Yeah.
And one of the first things they pointed out to me was, look, a Frigidaire fridge.
It's good stuff.
Oh, all right.
Apparently it's known to be a good fridge.
You have it? Let me see the
Yes.
ice cube.
Mike, look at this.
All right, let's see.
Let me get back. You see that? That's a cube, buddy, right there.
Yeah, better. Much
better. And here it is, looked like in the glass.
Oh, so there are no shards or anything. They came out in perfect cubes.
Perfect cubes. And
Because-
you can still do crushed, but because of the size of the cube, you don't really need to crush the ice.
But the Whirlpool that you recommended, I purchase, that makes crappy ice. Did your Whirlpool have a crappy ice maker too, where
No,
if
it
you
was
had
okay.
cubes,
It was
mine
okay.
mine breaks up the crescents a little bit more than I wanted to. So that
so you
sucks,
wanted the
too.
full pieces. Well, you know what? I got about 13, 14 years out of my Whirlpool, and I think that's over the average nowadays for a fridge.
God, that
so I'll
sucks.
take it. I know, doesn't it?
They
you
all oughta last.
Mike, the international harvester you have.
Thank you for remembering. We have one in our
How
basement
can I
for
forget
a million
that?
years. And my dad actually spray painted it a different color. My dad was kind of a do-it-yourself weirdo.
Why did he think that would make it more fun?
He spray painted it copper.
Nice.
Yeah. It looked
Not
like
red, not
looked
something
like
fun.
A bad car paint job. That's what it is. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, I want to get the Wicked review. One of the trifecta of people you're looking at had the extreme pleasure of taking one of his children to see that fabulous film, Wicked.
Wicked,
And,
yeah.
We'll get a taste of the review when we return. You are listening to the Mike O'Mara Show. This program is sponsored by Liquid IV. This season, give yourself the gift of hydration. Whether you forget to take a sip of water during the office holiday party or start feeling parched after a long day of traveling or hosting, keep Liquid IV on hand to stay hydrated through the holidays. You know that I love Liquid IV. You see me drink it every day out of my Pizza Hut red cup. cup. I got it right here. It's peach, white peach.
So good. One of his favorites. And you discovered it not too long ago that there was some stockpiled.
Yep.
And it made your day because you love it that much.
Fantastic. It keeps me going. Whether you get regular or sugar-free, you can choose from about 1 million flavors, plus 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, 8 essential vitamins and nutrients, and always non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free. Don't think you don't need it. Winter will dehydrate you before you know it. Liquid IV to the rescue. Tear, pour, live more. Liquid IV, 1 stick plus 16 ounces of water hydrates you better than water alone. Stay hydrated through the holidays with Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use the code TMOS at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code TMOS at liquidiv.com. Yes, Mr. Soroka took his daughter to Wicked. Yay! Yuck.
I did, and I did that. I checked the math, and I took my other 2 daughters when my oldest was 10. I took her to the musical Wicked at the Hippodrome in Baltimore.
Now, is she a big fan, or are you a big fan?
We just were given tickets.
Okay.
So
you
that's Mike known as a non-answer answer right there. We were given tickets.
And I enjoyed it. It was fine taking them. So now the timing works out that my youngest is now 10. So it made sense to take her to Wicked. It's the big movie. It's being marketed to all these kids.
Mm-hmm.
So we went and saw it. And the stage production is 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Okay.
So the movie theater production is 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Oh!
So that's
my God!
But wait, Mike, it gets better.
Wait. So I sit through it. And suddenly at the end, it says, to be continued. And it doesn't end. It is part 1 of Wicked.
How self-indulgent is
And how
that?
long do you have to wait for the second part, Josh?
Well, part 2 comes out on November 22nd, 2025.
1 year.
1 year. Now, and that explains everything about this movie because it was dragged out. It was completely self-indulgent.
Yep.
And they're trying. Wicked is an old stage play.
Yeah.
And they're trying to make it about modern politics.
Was it left-wing politics, Josh?
Oh yeah. Oh, the wizard. Oh, trying to screw the woman and take down the minority because of the color of her skin. Yes.
Yay!
Sure, it was written.
You were in your happy place.
It was fine. It was just dragged out. It was
2 hours and 45 minutes to watch that crap. Oh my God.
How was Jeff Goldblum? I'm intrigued by his casting as the wizard.
He was fine. He was fine. I mean, Jeff Goldblum fits that role. He did well.
I love your hat. I really do. I love your hat. She's very evil. You might say she's wicked. There you go. Oh my. Oh yes, oh Ariana Grande. Oh, thanks for dropping by my trailer. I just I look. Come over here for just a second. I want to say I love your work. I really, really love your work. I think you have a childlike quality that I think endears you to your viewers, listeners.
Hey, Jeff.
Yes. Hi, Rob.
Do you ever watch Landman?
Landman with Billy Bob Thornton. Yeah.
Yes.
I auditioned. I did a screen test with a very lovely young lady who plays a 17-year-old. I said, "Come over here. Yeah, I have a question for you, dear daughter of mine.
Dear.
Are you Are you having sex? Are you? I have to get a Dr. Pepper. There you go. Jeff Goldman is Landman. Yeah. That's perfect. As far away from that as humanly possible.
Now,
yes.
my other problem with Wicked, not to upset anyone, but they market it towards 2 people, kids and people that really like musicals.
Okay.
And I don't care who your boyfriend, girlfriend is, but if it's 2 teenage boys doing things under a blanket next to my 10-year-old daughter, I find that inappropriate.
Oh,
really?
No.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of that on the Broadway show, but never in a movie theater.
Yeah.
Didn't you stand up and call them out, and say you're going to hell? There you go.
Well, wasn't there? There was a politician. The party escapes me, except it doesn't. That was caught doing inappropriate things in a stage version of Wicked. Wasn't there sometime back?
Lauren Boebert.
That's it.
Was that Wicked?
I think
No,
it was
It's
Wicked.
It's
Yeah.
just known for this movie.
God. And nobody should be getting the jiggy with it in the theater.
No, that's for Gladiator 2.
Right.
The good thing is there was no singing.
Okay, we have Gladiator 2, which is getting crappy reviews.
Yeah, did you know they called this weekend, Mike, Glicked? So you can go see both of them.
Do you think I can take my son to Gladiator 2?
Yeah.
You think I could take my son to that?
I think if you wait 4 days, Gladiator 2 will come to your son on the television.
Or at least watch the first one first. And Lauren Boebert got kicked out of Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Ah, okay.
That's right. We'll be right back, everybody.
I feel so guilty for messing that up.
That's okay. It was close. Listen up, maniacs. Dermglow Skin has the help you need, and it's delivered right to your front door. They now offer microdosing with semaglutide or tirzepatide. No BMI requirement needed. Perfect if your BMI is too low for traditional weight management, but you still want the benefits. Just hit the longevity tab at dermglowskin.com to explore, but that's not all. You can level up with PT141 for enhanced sexual health, B12 for a natural energy boost, NAD+, I do that, to tap into the fountain of youth, and Samoralin and Synapsin to banish brain fog. Everything ships straight to your door, and with payment plans and afterpay, there's no reason to wait. Have questions? Carla's got you covered. Start your journey to a better you. Age well with peptides. I am Mike O'Mara, and I got the Riz. I get paid to do the wild thing. Oh, God. What is wrong with you? Play your damn thing, Mike.
Hey, I like that. Some beautiful video.
The best music. WABC.
Are you celebrating today, Mike, that it's National Stuffing Day?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know, stuffing is different. Stuffing is in the turkey. Dressing is outside of the turkey. But this is something that was all over social over the weekend, and this may shock you. I don't think this is such a bad idea. I know you had trouble with stuffing once in the past, right? You made a Paula Deen.
I made, who's that lady?
Paula Deen, right?
Paula Deen's disgusting oyster dressing, and it was horrible and too much butter. It was nastiness, and everybody agreed, and I was so embarrassed because it's a major part. And by the way, I'm responsible, Carl and I are responsible for making the dressing to take to her mom's house.
Then this is exactly what you need.
Night.
You had dressing for dinner?
Yeah, we had a little Thanksgiving dinner last night because of 50-50 child sharing.
Oh,
that's
okay.
right.
So you had that's cool. What are you going to do on the day itself when you don't have
we
the kids?
talked about it. The T-Rex Cafe.
Yeah, the Dinosaur Cafe.
Oh, that's right. You're going to the school.
Yeah.
I forgot. It's a dream Thanksgiving. Yes,
Mike, this might actually be something you may want to try on Friends and Family. Looks awfully good.
Did you know if you take original White Castle sliders with no pickle, cut or tear them into small pieces, add finely diced celery, black pepper, thyme, and sage, pour in chicken stock, and toss all of that together really well. Then spread it into a casserole dish and bake it at 350 degrees for 35 minutes or until done. You get the most unexpectedly delicious stuffing and the dish that will disappear first at your Thanksgiving gathering.
White Castle stuffing, Mike.
I don't think with those seasonings, I think you are perfectly fine because I think a White Castle is as bland and basic as it gets if you don't put any condiments on it.
It was like, Mike, it's like making sausage stuffing, except you're adding the sausage spice after the fact. I think that it's worthy of a try. For you
I would
to-
leave
wow.
the pickle in. I think the pickle would add a nice flavor.
It might.
Couldn't
With all
hurt,
those
yeah.
seasoning, if you have the look. This is just like pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie does not taste like pumpkin. It tastes like the seasoning. Stuffing is really bread and meat with the seasoning that tastes like Thanksgiving. That's what it is. That's all it is. Don't worry about it.
And speaking of cooking, Mike, I don't know what this is from, but it's from BurtReynolds.com. And I think it was some sort of cooking show with Dom DeLuise, and Dom is at his fattest here.
Oh, I love this.
And I think you'll enjoy this small clip.
Hey, bother you for a moment. Are you Burt Reynolds? Of course. I'd like to really see if you...
Oh, my.
Now, this is an unbiased person, a stranger, and this is, of course, fresh, all fresh ingredients, and he's just going to tell us what he thinks of my sauce. This tastes like shit. So then you really are Burt Reynolds.
And then they hug, of course.
Man, I didn't realize Dom got that big at one point.
Oh, yeah. He was huge.
Wow. There is nothing I like better than watching Dom DeLuise, Burt Reynolds clips because they loved each other and they were so funny together. I really love watching that.
Upon looking at that, it looks like Burt might be in a chair and Dom might be on some sort of support. I don't know because he's sitting higher than Burt. But
he's on a cherry picker.
Mike, this is great. This is from the Today Show a couple days ago, and it really just goes to show how little Hoda understands broadcasting.
Okay.
Because she gets Cher to say something pretty dicey, but she says, we'll bleep it. But it's a live show, Mike.
Yes. Yeah. And what did she tell you to do?
I should just to set up, this is, she's talking about calling Lucille Ball.
Okay.
Okay. Cher calls Lucille Ball.
Yes. And what did she tell you to do?
I can't say it on TV.
Okay, we'll bleep it.
Okay,
but what
so I said, Lucy, I'm calling you. I know it when I was little. I said, Lucy, I'm calling you because to my knowledge, there's never been a situation besides mine except yours.
Oh, a very public duo that was breaking up.
Yeah,
she left Desi. Yeah.
And so she said, "Fuck him. You're the one with the talent."
Okay, within 97 seconds. But we will get
I love Cher.
Oh, she's my favorite. She's my absolute favorite. So Hoda just realizes, we can't bleep it.
By the way, Lucille Ball, the late Lucille Ball, truer words never spoken.
You're right.
And in both cases, eerily similar. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that. We'll bleep it on live TV. That is funny. I like that.
Hoda. Mike, you've gone through the era of your child playing the recorder, right?
Yeah, and I have never seen a transition into being a band dork like my kid. My kid now has played, are you ready? The bassoon, the piano. He now is dabbling with the trumpet and the clarinet and then the baritone sax as well.
What's weird is he's playing reeds and brass instruments. That's great.
He's out of his mind for band. He likes it. He loves musical instruments. He really does, and I think it's fantastic. I really do.
Yeah, that's awesome because I'm still in the reed era, or in the
recorder era.
Recorder era.
Then you will enjoy this. You will enjoy this. Sometimes the recorder doesn't have to be songs from Frozen. I like this recorder performance as he duplicates one of the greatest guitar solos in rock history.
But you can never leave.
It's good. Isn't it great? He does the whole solo.
That's awesome.
That's great.
But what I gotta know is why do these people do these things in their car with their seatbelt buckled?
It makes it better. It makes it better. It does. It makes it real. And he's so good at it. That's hard to do. That is really hard to do. I
loved it.
Why do we all love that so much? It's just good.
And I think the real answer might be they have the little phone holder.
In their car. In their car.
Already there.
Absolutely.
You could also lean it against a book, though. I don't know. I just don't think it's right. But that's perhaps just me being old and cranky. Let's close with this, Mike. We've dealt with in the past, what happens when people are ginormous, when they're, just abnormally large. They're a great curio, but they tend to live shorter lives because they're big. And because of that, we have a new
They're
world's
a great
tallest
curio? What, they're a piece of furniture?
No, but I mean, there's something that you like to see. People that are very, very tall. It's exciting. It's
not
not
tall.
normal.
I thought you were talking about fat.
No, tall. And, we've seen them all through, like, Guinness Book of World Records and Ripley's.
Can I stop you for a second?
I wish you would.
Are you going to be showing the video that I think you're going to be showing of the tallest and the smallest?
Yes.
This is, I thought, you know what? It's weird. I think of Rob over the weekend. I don't send it to him because I just didn't think it was one of those weekends. But oh
you
my
just know
God,
he's going to have it.
he's going to have this. This is something to behold.
So we have a new world's tallest woman meeting the world's smallest woman. And Mike, the differences are multifold. And I think they had a lovely meetup. And so let's cheer. You know what? This world is great, Mike, because of all the differences.
It is. They're sweet. They're both very sweet to each other.
And I love the fact that if these two can come together, why can't we, Mike?
Amen.
Why can't we?
Hello. Hi.
मुझे टॉलिस गर्ल से मिलके बहुत अच्छा लगा।
She said it was very nice to meet her.
उनको मैंने फर्स्ट टाइम मिली और उनका नेचर भी बहुत अच्छा है रुमेशा का। बहुत अच्छा लगा।
I have realized me and Jody have a lot of in common.
That's the tall one.
We both love.
Thanks, Rob.
Self-care, makeup, doing our nails, and Woolery's. How are you doing, Jody?
How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. You are so beautiful.
Thank you.
They both love doing their
God
nails,
love 'em.
Mike, but the thing is that when the world's tallest woman does her nails, she uses a belt sander.
Yeah, and Josh sat next to both of them in the movie Wicked. We got to get out of here. We'll be back with another episode tomorrow. They had a blanket over each other.
Huge blanket.
That's not right. We'll be back with a
What do
brand
you
new
mean
episode.
to be continued?
Thank you. Tomorrow for Josh Roca, Rob Spiewak, this is Mike O'Mara saying, be careful on the roads.
Yes.
Right? And we'll be back tomorrow. So long, everybody.
Do your makeup.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Hey, everybody, this is Reba McEntire.
You are a blabbermouth! Shut up!
Hey, everybody, this is Reba McEntire. Happy Halloween.